Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. We are exactly 80 days away from Tennessee kicking off the 2025 season against Syracuse. But who is going to be the man? Who's going to be the guy? Who is going to be taking the snaps for Tennessee in the upcoming 2025 season? Interesting words, bold statement here from J.D. Pickell. Says Tennessee will have better quarterback production in 2025 with Joey Aguilar than they did with Nico Iamaleava. First and foremost, what are your thoughts on that? Put it in the comment section. Will Tennessee have better quarterback production in 2025? Let's take a listen here to some of the comments from J.D. Pickell about this situation with Joey Aguilar versus Nico Iamaleava.
Joey Aguilar will have a better statistical season in 2025 than what Nico Iamaleava had in 2024. Now, this sounds a little bit harsh, but like Joey Aguilar having a better year than Nico Iamaleava did last year statistically, it's not that hard.
Let's keep it simple here. If Joey Aguilar is more productive than Nico was a year ago, we're going to the college football playoff. We're going to find a way to either beat Alabama on the road, beat Florida on the road, maybe drop one at home to Georgia, 10-2, return trip to the college football playoff. I've said this before. If nobody thought Hendon Hooker was going to walk in here from Virginia Tech and amount to anything, you look at his numbers at Virginia Tech. You look at the kind of where their fan base was when he transferred to Tennessee. They did not care. But Hendon Hooker comes in. He throws for 3,000 yards in 2021, throws for over 3,100 in 2022, 58 touchdowns to 5 interceptions in 2 seasons. Can Joey Aguilar, can he make that type of transition? If he throws for over 3,000 yards, if he throws 31 touchdowns like Hendon Hooker did to 3 interceptions, Tennessee is going back to the college football playoff. And not only are they going back to the college football playoff, but I think they have a shot to do some damage in that college football playoff. Now, I know we're talking about quarterback, we're talking about production, but I think a lot of people are forgetting about this Tennessee defense. I think this defense could possibly take a step. Oh, you're crazy, Boogie. How are they going to take a step? They lost James Pierce. Who's going to play safety? I think this Tennessee defense is going to be just fine. Look at that defensive line. They're stacked deep. I think, you talk about James Pierce. I think Joshua Josephs can be the next James Pierce. I think Caleb Herring, Jordan Ross, you got a ton of dudes at that edge position. You've got experienced dudes on the inside. And then you look at the linebackers, Arian Carter, Jeremiah Thielander, Edwin Spillman. We've got some dudes on defense. Boo Carter. Is Idris Farouk ready to step up and take that safety position? Again, we're talking quarterbacks. But I think if we get that type of production from Joey Aguilar, I think, last year we leaned on defense. We leaned on the running game. I think we can do that again in 2025. So if Joey Aguilar is more productive, why not us? Why not a return trip to the college football playoff? Let's hear more.
Nico threw for 19 touchdowns last year, 5 interceptions. And it was good enough to get you to the college football playoff, 2,600 yards, cool. But Joey Aguilar in a down year, quote unquote, at App State, threw for over 3,000 yards and 23 touchdowns. He's going to let it rip. Like, just personality-wise, the way he plays the game is different than Nico Iamaleava. Some of this could have been Nico's first year as a starting quarterback, all the hype, all the expectations at Tennessee. Maybe that wears on a guy, but, Joey Aguilar is not afraid to cut it freaking loose. And if you're a Tennessee fan, I think you're excited about that. And you should be, because of what he brings to the table. And Hendon Hooker, when he was so good at Tennessee, brought a couple of things. 1, experience. Check the box, Joey Aguilar. 2, the ability to connect on the deep ball. Again, check the box with Joey Aguilar. So I'm not telling you Joey A is going to be Hendon Hooker, but I am saying there's some similarities to get excited about and some differences from what you had last year at the quarterback position.
Joey Aguilar is going to cut it loose. Joey Aguilar is going to let it fly. Look, you look at points per game, right? Points per game. We want that magical 2022 season back where you average 46 points a game, number 1 offense in the country. That dropped off to 31.8 under Joe Milton, 35.7 under Nico. And what changed there? What happened? Why did the scoring offense fall off? People want to point to Alex Golish. People want to point to Hendon Hooker. J.D. Pickell, in this full video, he kind of goes on to talk about that, Joey Aguilar is going to have a huge advantage. And that's that he's not at App State anymore. It's not Josh Heupel is now calling the plays. Josh Heupel is now dialing up the offense, and I get it. People will question it. They'll say, who actually calls the plays? Is it Josh Heupel? Is it Joey Halzle? Ultimately, it's Heupel's offense. I think there are times where Joey Halzle's calling plays. I think there are times where Josh Heupel is calling plays. But when you look back at 2023, you look back at 2024, we missed the explosive plays down the field. We were missing them with Joe Milton. We were missing them with Nico. The plays were there. The plays were drawn up. When you have guys running free and you can't connect, that is a problem. Whether it's off target, whether it's an overthrow, whether it's a drop, whatever the case may be, the plays are there. So if Joey Aguilar is going to cut it free, he's going to let it fly, going to play loose and let guys go make plays, can he connect on those big deep balls? If they're there in 25, can Joey Aguilar hit them? And if they're not, and he forces it, because that's a big question too, right? The interceptions, 2 years at App State, 56 touchdowns, 24 interceptions. But let's break it down by year. You look at 2023, he threw for 33 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. 2024, 23 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. A big drop in production there. He also threw for 750 less yards in 2024. But if you watch the App State games, if you saw what was around him, there was way less talent. I think it was the first losing season they had since like 2013. Head coach gets fired. So he had less talent around him, and he tried to force plays. Can Josh Heupel's offense, can Josh Heupel dial open, guys running free? Again, we saw guys running free when Joe Milton was here. We saw guys running free when Nico was here. If that's the case, in 2025, can Joey Aguilar hit those guys, hit those plays? But what if it's not Joey Aguilar? What if it's Jake Merklinger? What does this offense look like? Interesting. It's going to be the first quarterback competition since 2021, which was Josh Heupel's first year one of the Josh Heupel era. I want to look at a quick prediction and a quote from Brent Hubbs about this quarterback competition. But we're 7 minutes into this video, and I've not even asked you guys to do anything yet. Help me out. Hit the thumbs up down here below the video. Quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would appreciate it. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We are exactly what you are. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We got a fun one coming up. Talkin VAWLS live returns tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Tennessee offensive lineman Sam Pendleton is going to be in the house. He wants to get to know you, and he wants you to get to know him. By the way, next Wednesday, Talkin VAWLS live, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Colton Hood transferred from Colorado to Tennessee, defensive back. He's going to be in the house the following Wednesday. Anthony Aguilar. So get dialed in. Talkin VAWLS live on a Wednesday is back. But let's talk about this quarterback competition. This is from 247 Sports. I thought this was an interesting quote. It says Tennessee is set for its first legitimate quarterback competition since its first season under Josh Heupel. This one will pit an experienced newcomer in Aguilar, who comes from UCLA after starting the past 2 seasons at App State, against redshirt freshman Jake Merklinger and true freshman George McIntyre. Says though he started 24 games and thrown for nearly 7,000 yards with 56 touchdowns at the FBS level, Aguilar has only been on campus for a few weeks, and most of the time here, the team hasn't been fully together, and this is his third program and offense within a year. Says ultimately his game experience could help him learn Tennessee's scheme quickly, his attitude to win over his teammates, and he could prove himself to be the best option for the Vols come this preseason. But Merklinger's nearly 18-month advantage in the system, familiarity with the teammates, and own talent shouldn't be discounted. And I was just having this conversation recently. What's more important? Game experience, 2 full seasons as a starter at App State, or 18 months in Josh Heupel's system for Jake Merklinger? And again, chemistry, familiarity with his teammates. And that's the quote from Brent Hubbs that I think is interesting. This is what he said on 104.5 The Zone. Says one of the impressive things with Aguilar is he's come in and gone to work. He's not forced himself on teammates. He's not been, I'm the guy. He understands he's got to earn it. He's got to earn people's respect. And so I think he's tried to do that, and I think he's doing a good job of that, just going to work in the film room and learning as much as he can. Now, I love that. But what about your chemistry with the teammates? This quote goes on to say it changed this weekend when everybody got back into town. Now you're throwing sessions. You're getting throwing sessions. Now we're going to see how competitive that room gets and how they handle everything, because we've seen it where guys work really well together and everybody splits reps. And we've also seen it at times where one quarterback will lock another quarterback out of the room and won't let him in. I was just having this conversation because what happens when Joey Aguilar gets on campus? We've already seen the pictures of Jake Merklinger out there throwing with Mike, throwing with Braylon, throwing with Chris Brazel. Where does Joey Aguilar fit into that? Do those wide receivers kind of flock to Jake? Do they split time? chemistry, culture. We talk about it all the time with Josh Heupel, how important it is, how real it is, how authentic and genuine it is. Is it so authentic and genuine that you open your arms to the new transfer from UCLA and say, come on in, we're going to have throwing sessions. Here's your opportunity, my opportunity. Let the best man win. Let the chips fall where they may. When the season rolls around, Joey Aguilar is going to have had about 4 months in the playbook. But again, how much work is he getting with those wide receivers, the timing, the chemistry? It's all so important for the quarterback and wide receiver position. What are your thoughts on all of this? I thought those were some interesting words, some bold words from J.D. Piquel saying that quarterback production is going to be better with Joey Aguilar taking the snaps at Tennessee. But what if it's not Joey? What if it's Jake? What do those reps look like? What do those throwing sessions look like? But if he's more productive than Nico, do you not feel pretty dang confident that we're going right back to the college football playoff in 2025? What are your thoughts? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. That link's in the description below. You can also support the channel by hitting that join button down below. $1 a month. You get access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits, but you keep the lights on around here. You allow us to bring you Tennessee football content every single day of the year. Join us tonight, 7 o'clock. Going to be a fun show with Sam. Again, Colton Hood coming up next week, and then Anthony Aguilar the following week. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.